Now, a recent headline on a story about John Smoltz says it all. Few better, none tougher or more competitive. The 8-time All-Star, wow, won a Cy Young Award and a World Series with the Atlanta Braves.
He pitched for 21 years before walking off the mound for the last time in 2009. He's now written a memoir called Starting and Closing, Perseverance, Faith, and One More Year. John Smoltz, nice to have you here this morning.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
So much going on, too, in the world of baseball these days. There's, of course, the Roger Clemens trial. There's all this talk about steroids. How did steroids affect baseball, do you think?
Well, it's affected it in a diverse way that we're still talking about it. I mean, the actual performance and what it does for it, that's going to be argued. The competitive balance that everybody wants in sports, that's the one thing that's got to be determined, cleared. And I think the greatest tragedy in sports is when you get a false tag or an accusation you cannot get back. That's what we got to make sure. Kids don't understand this isn't the way of sports.
Yeah.
And everyone should have their day to prove their innocence, and I think that doesn't exactly happen. We always presume guilty before innocent. I just hope it goes away. I mean, I hope it clears up, everybody restores the game back to the way everyone loved it.
You make a great point, though, about the kids, and that's really, I think a lot of times that's who loses, is,
right,
you know, when they get these sort of false ideas of how you do things.
And that's my biggest passion in life, is to teach kids not the way they see on TV or the highlights they see or just some of the false rewards, that they can actually pursue something and dream and do it the right way and not feel like they have to catch up. I have a little Heinz 52 catch-up theory.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and talk about false stories. How about you, stupid with 2 O's, ironing your shirt?
Yeah.
With you, ironing yourself with you in the shirt. That was such a false story that lived on for years and years and years. Please say again, John, you did not do that.
No, not even close. Some stories are too good to be true, and they don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. And I think for years, I've been associated with some of those. I did get a chance to deal with that story. Not even close.
Yes,
just something that gets printed, and the retraction never is bigger than the print.
I know. That's why I wanted to give you the opportunity, because that sounds like such a day moment that you would iron your shirt while you're in it. That never happened. Just some steam hit you here.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
I know guys who've done it that didn't get in the paper.
Yeah, but it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't not me.
And it was nice of you to not put that in the paper. It was nice of you to help them keep it out.
If things had gone differently, though, Mr. Smoltz, you could be an accordion player, or you could be a gas station attendant you write about. But you said, really, this book is about a kid with an improbable dream, because even your own mom didn't think that you would make it in the major leagues.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful for their foresight to let me pursue a dream and a passion, because really the family business was about playing the accordion. Both of them were accordion teachers, and I guess I was good. I don't know, 4 years old to 7, I'm just going on their stories, and I really had this dream to play professional baseball, and they let me pursue it. And I know that in every dream can be unrealistic, and this numbers can be stacked against you, but I pursued it to the fullest, and I'm here to tell that story.
What was it like for you to see your jersey retired?
Well, when I got the news and knowing that it's going to happen June 8th, I'm one of those guys that don't get carried away with the moment. I just hope that the moment doesn't carry me away, meaning I hope that I'm able to articulate the humbleness that I am currently in the position to see. You don't think about those things. When I was going to be a Major League Baseball player, I didn't think about, this is what I'm going to do, and after I'm done it, I'll get this done, and I'm just fortunate to have the opportunity.
I'm thinking there might be a tear or two, because I know you're a prankster, but you're also a guy that has a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
And you write very well about how you can learn from failure. That, failure doesn't have to mean the end of a career, doesn't have to even mean the end of a philosophy.
Right.
And you're not afraid of failure.
No, I've
you've had a couple of doozies.
I've had a lot of failures. I think there's a myth for a lot of kids that if you dream and you don't have this measure of talent or fate, that you can't achieve your dreams. And I want to share that you can. It's not all about talent. And the failures that I had, I consider them like a step in a ladder to just continue to climb higher to success, because I've learned by it, and I've had to overcome and persevere like a lot of people do. And for me, it's just a great motivator to not be afraid to fail. And I'm not afraid to laugh at myself or make fun of myself, and certainly there's been a lot of that. But I just kind of have learned from my parents' hard work, and I'm trying to pass that on to kids, because my heart is for kids to pursue things, to get outside, to get away from direct connect technology that just, it's great, but it kind of zaps them of their ability to have an imagination. And I have a wild one, at least I did when I was 7.
No, and coming back, too, after surgery, we have the big story in New York about Manny Rivera and his torn ACL. Can he come back? He says that he will. Do you think he can, number one? And you know something about coming back after serious surgery.
I think the greatest thing for every athlete, if they can go out on their own terms, that would be phenomenal. But I think what ticks inside is what determines how far they can go. And I know Mariano Rivera and what ticks inside. He has tremendous peace in his life. And I'm convinced he'll come back. And
you are
yeah, I
convinced.
am, because I know him as a person, and I think that was where I was at. I just wanted to come back. I know the odds were stacked against me. Matter of fact, I talk about in the book just waking up, out of surgery, and I had 2 questions. Do I have a chance? Because I'm a Dumb and Dumber fan. That's my favorite movie. And, if I have a chance, that's all I wanted.
And that's all the doctor said was, you have a chance.
Have a
You're thinking,
chance.
God, Doc, I want something a little more reassuring than that. He's like, sure, anything is possible.
Yeah, he just was straightforward. So.
And then the first time you threw it, you're waiting for the pain to come, and it didn't come.
Yeah, there's a lot of
there you go.
anticipation. I've been through, many surgeries, as most players go through, and it was freedom. I just couldn't believe it. It was a lot of fun when I threw that first ball.
It's
John
great to
Smoltz.
have you here. Some great stuff in the book.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Starting and closing. He says starting is better. And it's on sale now. It's on sale. Thank you, John.